It's Game 5 of the Central Division semifinals. Series is tied 2 apiece between the Iowa Heartlanders and the Fort Wayne Comets. Derek Damon joining us, Iowa Heartlanders head coach, general manager. Derek, big game today, obviously, but before we get into that, Game 4 the other night, what was that like for you and the group to experience a double overtime win on home ice?
It was great. I mean, for us to come out on top, resiliency, being up 2-0, them coming back, getting a little bit more of a push in the third. We survived a late kill to finish the third and then to start overtime. And then, there was a couple of chances in overtime, but I thought we managed the puck well and we stayed above pucks well. And, I thought ultimately the team came out with the right result for us.
Coming in, so if we flash back to Tuesday, you had talked about that need, the staying above pucks, crisp line changes, those little things that can make a really big difference. Overall, now that you've gone back and graded the game, where would you put that on the scale of what you were looking for?
Good. I feel like that is a big part of their game. They're a transition team. They like to get up and go. So and they also try to suck us, try to get a couple of forwards to suck them down towards them, and then their forwards just blow, and then they send it up, and now they're on a transition, an odd man rush. So it's really important that our F3 and our forwards are really disciplined tonight. And not allowing them to get above us. And if we do that, we should be able to stifle them a little bit.
With the series tied at 2 like this, obviously a lot of guys have played in, whether it's NCAA, these sort of winner-take-all junior series, a little bit different in pro hockey. How have you felt that the guys in sort of a pressure cooker of the series so far, a lot of tight games, have met that challenge for a young team like this?
Yeah, I think, and going into this series, we talked about experience. They have guys that have, won a Kelly Cup and played in professional hockey playoffs before. To me, it's the season is a good tune-up for that, and that's where you get your experience. Because it's basically the same. It's just time and space is a little bit tighter, and so as long as you're aware of that and you understand that everything is a little bit tighter, everything's a little bit, the speed of the game ramps up, and obviously the physicality. But for the most part, our guys have handled the pressure really well.
As Zeteni Hadobas, huge moment for him, maybe the biggest goal of his professional career, wins Game 4 for the Heartlanders, the second one of the season. Of course, he has some pro experience overseas as well. What did you think, or how'd you feel for him when you see that puck go into the back of the net?
Yeah, elation. The clip watching the video back yesterday, obviously it was a tremendous goal. Great pass from Jack O'Brien to Zeteni, and then for Zeteni to put that wire in the back of the net upstairs, that's a pro shot, and very happy for him. He's worked hard all year, and he's been a very steady D for us. But then, to see the guys jump on the ice the way they did, it's, that's what it's all about. The way the guys celebrated, it's just, you're so happy for them because they've worked so hard to get to this point. And then to even up the series, now we got a best of 3. Let's go get it tonight.
For the Heartlanders, we mentioned as well last game, sort of that, pulverizing of the beef over and over. And I know you mentioned getting in on the forecheck, obviously a huge key. And over a 7-game series, those are things that start to wear defensemen down. I remember you mentioned a few of their defensemen had been playing heavy minutes, and there's only a day off in between. So again, today, for someone that may miss the last game, that getting in on the forecheck and constant sort of beating of the drum, pulverizing of the beef, as our friend Chris Peters says. What's the message to the guys in the room about that kind of notion again?
Yeah, I mean, the full steam ahead, same message. But I also think the way you can also pulverize the beast, as CP likes to call it, is also, for one, getting in on the body, but making them turn and go back for pucks, making sure that we manage pucks. Because what does a transition team or an offensive team want to do? They want to get up and play on offense. And the more that we can wear them down defensively, the more that we can make their D turn and go back for pucks and have to break the puck out. That's hard. It just, and then when you get an opportunity, you finish your hit and you get a lick on their guy. And the more, like you said, the more you do that, the more it adds up. And it's an investment, like I said the other night. You're investing in the body so that in games 5, 6, that it wears them down.
Derek, thanks again for a few minutes. Appreciate it.
Thanks, David.
Absolutely. It's the Iowa Heartlanders and the Fort Wayne Comets getting set to go here. Puck drop is next.